Anytime science challenges the Bible, perspective in the Bible, I want to, like find out where the disparity is. And one thing that always gets me is like we're supposed to not eat grains anymore. We're not supposed to, uh, like wheat, all the stuff, that's good for you in the Bible. Bread, not, bread's like an enemy now. And I just couldn't help but wonder. I've looked up some stuff, and there are lots of different takes, lots of different, lots of info. I suggest you look it up yourself. But this one was interesting to me. It was five ways that modern wheat is different than biblical wheat. So here goes. So the 5 ways that modern wheat is different than biblical wheat. 1, modern wheat has more gluten proteins. 2, modern wheat is lower in mineral content. 3, modern wheat is a mutation caused by radiation. 4, modern wheat is grown with harmful pesticides. And 5, modern wheat can no longer survive in the wild. So 5, modern wheat can no longer survive in the wild. It says it's been so modified by humans, modern strains are unable to grow in the wild anymore because they depend on pest control and nitrate fertilization. To use an analogy used by some doctors, imagine a species of dog that had been bred in such a way it couldn't live outside anymore because it had to eat Purina puppy chow to survive. That's interesting. Number 4, modern wheat is grown with harmful pesticides. We kind of know that though. But most of the wheat produced today uses some type of pesticide. Of the 16 pesticides used on wheat, the most common type of pesticide used is malathion, which is used on nearly 50% of all wheat. Malathion is called a neurotoxin, and when ingested can screw up the hormones in our bodies. Number 3, modern wheat is a mutation caused by radiation. Yikes. In order to help crops become more resistant to disease, they are exposed to high doses of gamma and microwave radiation. This isn't considered genetic modification, but is called mutation breeding. Mutation breeding. Because this changes the molecular structure of the crop, doctors are concerned that this is creating carcinogens and toxic chemicals and causing infertility, kidney damage, and changes the nutritional value of food. Some doctors and scientists have petitioned the government to halt food irradiation. Yeah. And number 2, modern wheat is lower in mineral content. The mineral content of harvested wheat grains has decreased because modern wheat has shorter stalks, less sun, and shallower root systems. It is deficient in many vitamins and minerals. Modern wheat is lower in minerals like zinc, magnesium, iron, copper, and selenium than its ancient ancestor. Interesting. And 1, modern wheat has more gluten proteins. You have probably heard of gluten before, but you may not know what it is. It's a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley, and when these grains are used in dough, it's the gluten that gives the bread that elastic texture and makes bread more fluffy. When compared with strains of wheat that are centuries old, modern wheat has many more gluten proteins because all the hybridization that has taken place. Many of these brand new gluten proteins are associated with today's gluten sensitivities, such as celiac disease. In the last 50 years, there has been a 400% increase in the prevalence of celiac disease. Gluten allergies are also much more common now than 50 years ago. Well, I thought it was interesting. Thought somebody else might want to know that too. So it's not that that bread is bad. So it's just really what we've done to it. As usual. All right. Peace.